It's now 5:34 a.m, so less than half an hour to make it there. Wazzy, how are you going?
The plan today was to join the Perth Cycling IT Professionals group ride that starts at the Bell Tower at 6 am every Wednesday. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. I started making these YouTube videos a couple weeks ago to document my cycling journeys. There's been lots to learn, but I'm enjoying the process, so thanks for tuning in.
It's now 5:59, so there's no way I'm gonna make it to the ride. I can still probably another 20 minutes to go. I underestimated then. I was like, we'll go to Kings Park and have a ride around there.
The group ride that I was planning to go on will bring us around the Swan River, but there are sections of the road where there's quite a few big trucks, so I don't like going on my own. As I was in no rush, I stopped by to have a look at this jetty that I always pass by, and it seems like you can't actually go on it, which is why we never see anyone there. Perth is a long city stretching around 150 kilometers from top to bottom, with most of the group rides starting in the city along the Swan River. Being south of the river means that it's usually a 20-kilometer ride just to even get to the start point. There's a few ways to get to Kings Park, but my favourite way is up Mount Street because there's a nice little climb at the start.
Behind me is Mount Street. When I first started cycling, this is one of those climbs that totally wrecked me. I think it's only a 10% gradient. Once I climb the top of this, I'll be totally exhausted. We'll see how we go today.
The climb is around 260 meters, and it starts off slowly but quickly picks up with an average gradient of 14% and a max gradient of 26%. You often see people doing multiple loops around here, and it definitely gets the heart pumping. Thinking back to when I first started, this was the first real climb that I faced, and even though I was totally out of breath at the top, it put a huge smile on my face and made me realize how much I love climbs. There's definitely a sense of satisfaction in knowing how far you've come, and when the same climbs feel easier, you know the effort has been worth it. And this ties in with the reason why I started cycling, because when I realized I was going to become a dad, it was a wake-up call for me, and one of the things that I realized was that I don't exercise enough. If I wanted to be there physically and mentally for my family, I needed to start doing something, and cycling was what I picked up. And I've been loving it ever since. Once we headed into Kings Park, there was this beautiful warm glow welcoming us at the entrance. Kings Park has one of the best views of the Perth CBD, and a lot of tourists and locals come here to enjoy the view and have picnics. The bike that I'm riding is a Specialized Ethos. This is the second bike that I've bought since starting cycling, and it's been enjoyable to ride so far, with all the modern electronic shifting and disc brakes. I'll probably be sticking this bike for a while, and the only thing I'm looking at is a nice set of carbon wheels.
Maybe it's my fault that I've spent so long in this place, spinning through the black hole of my...
So we made it to the top of Mount Street, and definitely still a bit of a climb. Now we're gonna go into Kings Park and do a few loops around there. We'll see how much time we have and then we'll head home.
Today we're doing the clockwise loop around Kings Park, which has the longer but less steep climb. It's a quick 6-kilometer loop with 65 meters of elevation. Early in the year, I was preparing for my biggest ride as of yet, which was the Brigadoon Challenge. The route was 100 kilometers long with 2,000 meters elevation, and to prepare for it, I will climb up the Perth hills and also come to Kings Park when I was on my own to get used to the cadence and power needed for longer climbs. Today it was surprisingly nice and quiet, but it was quite cold, so my face was frozen during the descents. Early next year, the Oz Cycling Road Nationals are going to be held here in Perth again, and part of the track takes them around Kings Park. I thought about joining the Grand Fondo last year, but I didn't feel confident enough to join, as I had only been cycling for a few months back then. I'm not a competitive cyclist, but just the whole atmosphere is amazing, and hoping I can join this time.
Just did one loop of Kings Park, bit short on time, so just gonna go back now.
When I first started cycling, going down Mount Street was really scary as I had never gone downhill that fast on a bike before. And it's still a little bit scary, but as with everything, it all just comes down to practice and gaining confidence, having done it multiple times. On the way back, traffic was starting to pick up with all the commuters driving into the city. The bike paths were starting to get busy as well. On the way back, it was headwind all the way, and here I'm trying to talk, but I didn't realize how much of the wind noise was coming through. Along the bike path, there are some sections where the trees cover both sides, and with the cool air and the sounds of nature, it's easy to forget that you're next to the busiest highway in Perth. When I come home, Lumi always greets me as though he hasn't seen me in years, and it's one of the best simple joys in life. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next one.